Well, guys, here's a little bit of a thing on what I've found so far here at college. Didn't find the Kleenex box. I brought that, but just thought it'd be funny to put that there. You can see we got a ton of sodas, especially Cokes. We got three different Cokes and kind of an oddball soda water. It's a Coke product. This one's from Jackson, Ohio. Um, uh, I've found two local milks. They're actually two different variants of the same bottle. One's from 26 and the other one's from 27. We got some really oddball things. I mean, you can see we got a couple of marbles, including a really nice big shooter down in there. Of course, the ubiquitous golf balls, spoon, multiple different plastic spoons. I kept this one because it's kind of a pretty color, and also, oops, I can glue that back together. Found a little announcement tag for a uh, what you call it, like a birth. Found this, which is actually more local to my hometown than it is to the place where I'm going to college. Douglas W. Price, MD, Physician Surgeon, X-ray Lab, Napanee, Indiana. I believe this probably dates from the mid 40s. Um, we got some more oddball stuff here. We got a clay marble. This is the combination of, I believe, two or three different dumps and just creek walking. The older stuff, such as the milks and some of the stuff over here, came from a 20s dump that I've been going to. And then the newer stuff was from a 50s or 60s town dump. This is probably the star soda, I'd say. Capital Soda Works Company of Columbus, Ohio. It's a crown top, which is odd because apparently these are more often found as hutches. In fact, I was not able to find a crown top variant picture online. I'd assume it probably dates from 1925. It says EG25, and then it's got the bottle design number 579 before that. So early mid 20s, like I said, that dump was. We had some really good bottles there, including a D-Boss Dr. Pepper. This one's from Springfield, Ohio. Most of these bottles are Springfield and or uh, Columbus area bottles. One is actually from Marion, Ohio, which is kind of odd. All the actual Coke bottles are from out of state. In fact, way out of state. We got a Washington D.C., a New York City, and a Alexandria, Virginia, which is pretty odd. Got some more random bottles back there. Got a half of a coin bank, and I decided to put some change that I've found here at campus. The license plate, which is really nice, it cleaned up really well. Probably the best aluminum plate I've found in a long while. Ohio 1950. There were a bunch of those 1950s and 49 plates. And then this. Um, if you've ever seen a picture of a Michigan State police car, this is kind of what's on the hood of those. They'd illuminate the ends and it would shine through and kind of illuminate the letters. I believe this probably would have been the same sort of deal, although it's really kind of hard to tell. I mean, it could just be like a shop project, I don't know, but it's really cool. It's a solid piece of, I think it's plexiglass or lucite or whatever you want to call it. It's really cool. Glad to have found that. There's actually a good variety of really strange pop bottles here. This one's a Starlight Beverages from Springfield. I've only been able to find earlier embossed versions of this one. Anchor Beverages, this one's more common. This one's a Whistle, which was made by Vest Cola out of Columbus. True Aid, which is out of Dayton. A Get Up, which is basically a knockoff 7 Up, as I understand it. A Barks, which I believe is from Dayton as well. Yeah, Dayton. It isn't the rare Bel Air one, but it's pretty good. Behind it, there's that's a Hires root beer. Then the really short one here is this one's kind of an oddball one. It's a Smile Cola from St. Louis. these probably don't show up very often outside of there. I've only ever seen like one or two. Two 3Vs, the ACL on these are awful, but I decided to keep them because I like them. They're big, and I like 3V Cola. I think they still make it. Of course, the three aforementioned pop, those type of pops. We got a new grape from Springfield, the aqua variant, and then the later clear variant. Then two variety clubs, which are from Toledo. This one's an earlier one. You can tell because it doesn't have the squares around the shoulder like this one does. I think this one's 61. No, 1960. And then the one behind it, I think, is a 48 or 49. Actually, no. Yep, 48. So, yeah, big majority of these bottles are just commons. I mean, like this Dayton Breweries Company, it's a 20s. I believe this one's this is a two old top blown in a mold bottle, I believe. Which isn't. I found it in that Prohibition era dump, which is really kind of cool. Because you think that was a throwaway. I think it was a throwaway, late throwaway. I mean, and then on to some more of the little stuff. This is a little box filled with like little Cracker Jack prizes and things like that. There's a bingo chip thingy, a penguin, a green penguin, a little saddle. This would have been a charm, but sadly the loop broke off, but I decided I just had to keep it because it's so cute. And a plastic golf club. We had this really nice crystal white soap token. Those kind of an oddball find in a dump. Same with this French 1 franc, which is produced under Vichy French rule during World War II. It's, I think, a 1942. 1942. Pretty awesome. There was also a key. It was the first time that I'd actually tried raking at a dump, and it worked really well. I was able to find a lot of stuff that I don't think I'd have been able to find. The glass boat, that was a candy dish back in the day. It's a little bit beat up, but I think it was just too cute not to take. A Bakelite piece of eraser. This pen's really awesome. I think if I put ink in it, it would probably still work. Found a couple of 38 special casings and a 12 gauge shotgun shell head stamp. Little plastic knife, pencil sharpener. This comb I was actually using for a while until it started disintegrating on me. I got a shot glass full of buttons here from that dump. Just a whole bunch of oddball stuff. A lens from a pair of sunglasses. These are huge coat buttons, just absolutely huge. That's literally probably the size of a Morgan dollar almost, probably even bigger. But yeah, there's just a ton of stuff here. This soap dish is ironstone, probably dates turn of the century, maybe earlier. Found that at the 20s dump. Same with this little thingy. I think it's probably some sort of like floor protector, but I'm not sure. Got a couple of pieces of cutlery there. I made a label for this one just because this one's a Dr. Pepper. Oddly enough, from Asheville, North Carolina, it would have been like a flavor bottle for Coke. Or it would have been a flavor bottle, not for Coke, but it would have been like I don't know. And then this. I'm not exactly sure what this is off of, but I seem to remember that Erector sets had chains similar to this back in the day, but this is copper. Again, not exactly sure what this came off of, but it's kind of cool. Anyways, guys, that's a little wrap-up of what I've been doing at college when I'm not studying and going to classes. Again, the digging year is pretty much at an end. It's starting to turn nasty. So this will probably be where the collection sits until next spring. I plan on keeping most of these bottles here at college until I leave in the spring. I don't really want to take many of these home because, it's kind of the area that they've been from. And some of them, like the extremely local milk bottles, I'm not going to exactly show where those are from, but you'll probably be able to guess if you look hard enough. Anyways, guys, that'll just about do it for this episode of odd stuff that Joel has been doing while at college. Remember, Uh, don't give up on certain things just because just because you're in a new area. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Thank you all for watching.